So you're in a coffee shop and you're ordering a matcha or like us, mood dependent,
Mhm.
okay? But what if you can't speak? And what if you don't get the order and you get given coffee and you get given juice? Okay? Something super simple. I want this drink.
Okay.
I'm in this place. Want to request this thing. I literally know some people here that even get nervous doing that. Like, even get nervous asking a barista for a coffee or a matcha. Now, let's have that as a metaphor for just anything in life.
Yeah.
We all want things, right? We want houses, cars, jobs, holidays, foods, experiences, partners, families, love. Like, it's pretty similar, the things we
Yeah.
want around the world. But what if we just couldn't ask for it? What if we couldn't express it?
Right.
And what if it's something more important to us than the coffee or matcha? But coffee or matcha is quite important the first thing in the morning, and that's the purpose of voice.
So how do you as a voice coach support people? What do you tell them if they say, I hate my voice, for example, or they've been silenced from trauma or something? So how do you help them?
I've helped so many different people, right, all around the world, and here for the last couple of years in Bahrain. I do something, and that's actually what inspired me moving into storytelling more.
Okay.
I start where that person already is. So if someone is really, really nervous, really anxious or fearful, and this is so common, and they say, I'm not good at speaking, I hate my voice, I can't do it. Well, first is understanding where it's coming from and those blocks. Those blocks are really down to two main things that almost anyone has, whether it's a fear or nerves, or you're good at speaking with friends, but it's difficult on a stage.
Right.
It's the fear of judgment and the fear of making mistakes. So first, I start with where those people are and I help them understand that, what is it that you actually fear? And when it comes down to it, it's a judgment. It's a judgment that you're not who you told the world you were. You're not your identity. You're not smart enough. You're the wrong person for this job. You're not trustworthy. Really, when it comes down to it, it is the fear of being judged and therefore being cast out. Because in the animal kingdom, this still happens, right?
Right.
Monkeys, they're super hierarchical, territorial. And if you just do something to the alpha, you will be cast out. And you won't. Let me not. I love watching these animal documentaries, but they still show us so much that is similar. And we're going back to that part of our brain. The animal part of our brain is called the limbic part. And this is where it's fight or flight. This is where it's survival. When we have a fear or judgment, we literally go back to that. And so I blend neuroscience, psychology, life coaching into my training as well. So I'll start with that person and I'll start where they are. Because the fear of being judged and the fear of making mistakes. Some people, they think, okay, I have to speak like this. I have to speak like that person on that stage. I have to speak like the person delivering a TED Talk. I have to speak like that person I know who's good at it. So if I speak, I will make mistakes and I will not be like them.
All right.
And so I work with them to establish, okay, but who are you and where are you?
Right. Yeah.
And I will ask people, anyone listening or watching, if you feel like your voice doesn't matter or you've been silenced for too long or you hate your voice or you're not good, right? Here's my question to you guys as well, but to anyone watching. Do you have someone you can talk to, like a friend, a close family member that you vibe with, that you can chop it up with, okay? Whoever it is, you can talk to them. I'll call my friend, girl, you'll never guess what happened to me. Even us messaging on here, this happened, okay? So we have people that we talk to. And in our friendship and family groups, maybe we're the joker. Maybe we're all about the banter. My brothers, they're all about the banter. They pick on me often because they're always about the jokes. Maybe you guys are the reflective type, the analytical. You have your roles with your friends or family, but ultimately, you can sit down like we are now and chat, and you can vibe. So I work with everyone to establish, okay, this is where you're starting, where you're comfortable. Start where you're comfortable and start with what you know. We're not speaking about the stage. We're not speaking about doing a TED Talk. No, right now, we're comfortable. So how is it that speaking goal you have, or when you're going out there into the world, can you feel that comfortable too? And so that's what I do. I work with people to understand firstly where they're at, what helps them feel comfortable, and then those fears. What are they afraid of being judged for, and why don't they want to make mistakes? Now, the change that happens with people I work with, when they work through that part, it unlocks everything else for them to actually learn the fundamentals, breath, body language.
How long does it
gestures.
take on average, or does it depend case to case?
Oh, what a question. You know, you can have a 2-hour session, or you can have a 10-week course, or you can do this for years. Like, voice is like confidence, and it's like any skill and any language. It's a journey that you go on, and everyone learns at a different pace. But I have literally led 4-hour workshops with teenagers aged 14 to 19. At the start, they're avoiding eye contact. They're on their phones. They're not getting up. And by the end, they are up on stage or in the classroom delivering some innovative idea that I never thought of, blowing my actual mind, or speaking about what is truly passionate to them. And I didn't see that kid at the start of that workshop, but neither did their peers, neither did their teachers, and neither did they. So there is such a power when you help people on that journey. And we go to the same dance studio, right?
Right.
Yeah, shout out La Vida, okay? And we're all on our own journey with dancing. And some people, it takes this, and others, it takes this.
Yeah.
But what do we love about the dance studio? Amazing teachers, a really supportive vibe, and fun. Okay, it's fun.
Exactly.
It's so much fun. And it's the same with what I do. So we don't do standard, training like school. I make it fun. I make it relevant. And so how long does it take? It really varies. But even if you do unlock a level of confidence, it's still a journey. Honestly, guys, me being here, talking on camera, 2 years ago, 1 year ago, 6 months ago, I could not do this.
But you make it look so natural.
Well, thank you.
So natural.
But guys, I'm a public speaking coach. I've spoken all around the world, and I hated my own voice, like the sound of my voice. And
Oh,
I've
your
had-
voice sounds amazing.
Well, thank you. But the actual sound, okay? And I've had a client, she was a CEO, and she said, my voice is super shrill and high pitched. I can't stand my voice. What do you do then? So what did I do? I practiced. I recorded myself. I deleted many videos, and I hated it. And I said, I can't do that. I will just be a public speaking coach in the corner.
Yeah.
I literally coached myself to get used to myself. Watching my videos, listening to my voice. And I did it and I did it and did it until I no longer hated it. And then I was no longer scared. And eventually, like today, I enjoy it. Well, let's see that I did. But it's a journey, and it's a unique journey for everyone. But the second you unlock that fear, the second you figure out what you want and you get that support, then it can happen really, really quickly if you wanted to. And that's why I do lots of practical exercises. So you're actually doing the speaking, the storytelling, actually in a session with me.
Okay. So let's talk about your new creation, Voxa.
Voxa, yes.
What is it and who is it designed for? Okay, just the basics first.
Just the basics, I would say. Voxa, it's that friendly coach helping you with your voice, helping you with storytelling. So it's a multilingual storytelling platform where you can have a coach, you can speak and get instant feedback, or you can book a real coach like me, but you can also connect with the community. So you can upload something and you can get feedback. So that's what it is. Voxa is a multilingual storytelling platform, and it's helping anyone who feels that they haven't been heard before. It's helping anyone who feels that their accent is wrong. It's helping anyone who struggles going from one language to another. It's helping anyone who knows. They know that they have a voice and they know that they've got a story to tell, but they have no idea how to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Is it free and accessible by everyone?
So Voxa is going to be totally free because I really want everyone everyone to believe in the power of their voice.
Guys, did you hear that? Yeah.
Now, there, of course, are going to be premium features.
Yeah.
So if you want super bespoke training, you know, there's that. But no, Voxer is entirely free because everyone should have that chance to learn how to speak, to storytell.
Right. All right.
Back to questions. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're an entrepreneur who just launched this amazing new app. But what are some of the challenges you face along the way, if any?
If any, so many.
Okay.
Entrepreneurship is amazing and it is hard. Now, I am not technical. 6 months ago, I did not understand what AI was. I grew up with movies like Will Smith's I, Robot, okay? I think I was even anti-AI. So there's that. And I had no idea what to do. It's not like you train to be a teacher and you go to school.
Yeah.
So entrepreneurship has been a ride. And I'm sure you can relate. And it will continue to be a ride. So some challenges, well, firstly, it's knowing what to do.
Yeah.
Because there's no clear roadmap. There's no step-by-step guide that says, this is how you start your dream.
Yeah.
This is how you make it happen. And that is really hard. But secondly, specifically to what I'm building, I've met so many people, helped thousands, right? So I want to build something that's right for them. Now you take on feedback and then you take on more feedback and people will tell you what they want. And so I want to build what people want. And so I tried to do that. And I had my ideas. I listened to what they wanted. But guys, today you want matcha and coffee. Tomorrow, what if you have a headache? You want water. We are fickle as human beings and what we want changes.
Yeah.
So I was trying so hard to just make sure it was right for everybody's wants. And then I turned the tables and I focused on what are the actual needs. What are the pains that people are experiencing when they go to speak and they can't? What are the problems that they're facing? Because ultimately, like when we spend our money, we think we're focused on what we want, but we spend most of the time on addressing our problems and solving them.
Yeah.
And so that's definitely how I dealt with one of those challenges. But there is challenges every day as an entrepreneur, just motivating yourself as an entrepreneur, motivating other people. You said earlier, like, people don't hear your calling, it's you, right? And when you have a vision or a dream with anything, entrepreneurship, building a business, building an app, or anything, you want to be a dancer full time. Maybe you do after La Vida. And you've got this dream, right? So I'm just going to say, there's the mountaintop. Whatever you want to do, you're at the top of that mountain,
Yeah.
okay? And you start at the bottom. So the first thing to deal with those kind of challenges is like, ask yourself, okay, it's not necessarily that I get to the top of the mountain, dancer, entrepreneur. It's how do I want to feel when I get there? Because when you can connect to the fear, the what you want, it can help you with the fears. It can help you with the journey.
You're right.
Can we take that mountaintop again? I want to do this and I want to be here at this mountaintop. Once you connect with like why do you want to be there and how do you want to feel when you're there? You know what you can do is you can then look at the distance between where you are and the top of that mountain and ask yourself this: can you accept the terrain that it comes with to go in pursuit of your dream? Because that terrain will be rough and bumpy and confusing, and you think the path is this and linear and it's all over the place. And that has been my 18-20 months experience as a full-time entrepreneur. Maybe I didn't think the terrain would be that, but do you know why I can bear it and why I'm sat here after so many challenges? I heard a quote and it said, when you're connected to your why, you can bear any how. So if you're connected to who you want to be at the top of that mountain and what you want to do, any dream, you can accept any terrain. Come rain, I know not in Bahrain, come shine, come heat, come anything. And so that's definitely some challenges I've had, but how I've dealt with some as well.
Yeah, that's just a fact. Since there's no blueprints to whatever an entrepreneur does, you keep going and then you keep learning. the challenges will come, but yeah, I believe
Mm.
Voxer will be great.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
If you could summarize in just one word or one sentence, like what's the absolute best part about your job?
My job. I would have said impact before, like really seeing that impact. But I'm gonna say play.
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 What does that mean?
Could you expand?
Yeah.
So Voxer led a first event last week, right? And we have complete strangers in a room. An 18-year-old student and a 65-year-old retiree. And then everyone like us in between, okay? And people came out, they learned storytelling skills, they felt more confident, but we did it through play, through games, storytelling games. And I guess through being an entrepreneur, through working with so many different people, through building Voxer, but also just helping people with their voice, I would say play. I'd go back to that child who was reading stories and excited for the world ahead. When I train a client or when someone uses Voxer, when they unlock their voice, they get to play. They get to go out into the world and be anything and do anything and have fun while doing it.